oxidation need. It's a natural oxidation.
Great, thank you.
Thanks for joining me as I travel the world, going from fine dining through to street food and local specialties, all in an effort to find the world's best seafood. Tonight we're headed to Mono, which is in central Hong Kong. It's Latin American and French kind of fusion. The Venezuelan chef has worked all around Europe, and we're going for the 6-course dinner option. They do also have a 9-course menu, but 6 should be plenty for us, and that's already, I think, 1,688 Hong Kong dollars, so around $200 per person. The wine pairing is about another $120 on top of that. Although the optional dishes here, the carbonaro and the lobster, is really tempting.
Over here, let me show you the catch of the day. The catch of the day is a monkfish. The monkfish comes from France, in Brittany. It's a monkfish that is line caught, so it's picked up in a very, very natural way. We have over here dry aged for a couple of days, and the robin outside is called anticucho. The anticucho is a traditional Peruvian robin that they use for making skewers, the heart of the beef skewers. So we have a fish that we dry aged and we treat it like a meat. So we want to show the complexity of this fish, and later on you're gonna have it for tonight.
So is the anticucho is the name of the rubbing, not
Yes.
of the actual heart or the dish?
No, it's the name of the robin. With Chateaupoix Champagne. Chateaupoix is a very young and talented winemaker, second generation of champagne maker. He make Pinot Blanc with Chardonnay, and the Chardonnay he aged in barrel to give extra flavor and taste for this champagne.
Wow.
Now, I won't give you a blow-by-blow on every one of the wines, but I would say the guy was really knowledgeable without making you feel silly about knowing nothing, and the wines really did complement the courses really well, the best of what you hope for when you get a wine pairing.
Yeah, kind of like a ceviche. So inside we have a little sea urchins, potato sea urchin, braised clams, and you can see right here, that's a banana passion fruit, timbu or parcha from Central American. It's like a little tangy textures, infused together with a little gredazzi lemon bread sauce, infused with lemon, some garlic, onion, and a little coriander. Very like, have you tried this ceviche before? Yeah.
Oh, the urchin underneath. Seeds are very crunchy. A lot of good restaurants have a little appetizer that's not listed on the menu, but it normally doesn't have sea urchin and scallops in it. Yum. Yeah, the sauce is really nice, much milder than normal ceviche.
This dish of green peas and imperial caviar was really light, crisp, and a nice kind of a second palate cleanser, really.
The wine matches really well.
For soups, stews, or salad as well. In Chinese cuisine, a lot they use it for
Stir-fry, right?
Yeah, deep fried, yeah, stir fried. Also in soups as well.
No. Yeah, soup.
Domaine de la Jeunesse Chateauneuf du Pape 2017. This Chateauneuf du Pape is made with white Grenache, and it's gonna match very well with the lobster you're gonna have. You wanna be more rich and complex, the traditional Chateauneuf du Pape, and you're gonna find different textures of lobster in the next course, and also with the sweetness of the chayote. Chayote, a traditional vegetable from Latin America. The contrast of all of them with the Chateauneuf du Pape, very interesting combination.
I've not heard of, I don't even know how to say it,
Chayote.
Oh, is it particularly from a certain country or all of
All
Latin?
Latin America you're gonna find it, but also here in Hong Kong and in Chinese cuisine you're gonna find that they use it a lot. Nobody knows exactly that it's actually from Latin America, but it's a vegetable that is very interesting, and also we feel very proud from Latin America and to showcase the diversity of the products and how they are used in different parts of the world. And let me show you how it is, so you can take a look on the chariot as well.
Okay, thanks. Maybe I know it, but not the name. Oh, so this is the fanciest olive oil in Hong Kong, huh?
Our olive oil from Eva Aguilera. Eva Aguilera is the producer of this olive oil. She made this olive oil in Spain, in Catalonia. Very small production. They only make 900 bottles every year. She is very particular with energy, so only harvest the olives when there is full moon. She thinks that harvesting in full moon is going to give extra flavor for this olive oil. So limited production that you can actually only find it in 3 restaurants in the world. One is in Japan called Narisawa, the second one in Singapore called Odell, and last one of this here in Hong Kong, Mono. It's gonna combine and batch very well with our sourdough. Our sourdough today make 569 days old of our starter. We keep track of how many days the starter has been making evolution because it's just like a wine. It's gonna make different kind of notes depends on how many days it continue making the evolution. Inside you're gonna find some quinoa. The quinoa that we use is black, white, and red to give extra flavor and taste to this olive oil.
Great. I have to say the bread was so fantastic. I think we ended up having 2 full little mini loaves and they gave us 1 to take away.
It is honestly very different to normal olive oil. Try it before it gets cold.
Next course for today's tasty menu, you're gonna continue with the lobster from Britain in France. 3 different textures of the lobster. In the bottom, the tail of the lobster, on the side, the claw of the lobster, and in the center, the sauce is a caribous. It's a traditional French curry that we combine with the head of the lobster. In the bottom, as I mentioned before, you have the chayote, the vegetable from Latin America, in tops with some poppy seeds. And for the ginger.
Great, thank you.
Yes, as you can see, I couldn't help myself. We did add the lobster onto our menu and it was perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked. An interesting pairing with that vegetable. Wouldn't be my first choice, but it does pair reasonably well. In South America, apparently it's known as chayote, but where I grew up, it was known as a choco. And most kids hate it as much as Brussels sprouts. The combination did come together really well. The sauce that came with the lobster I think is made from the head and the shell, of course. It was really rich and kind of balanced out the bitterness of the vegetable. The wine, again, a great pairing.
Got it?
No, I got it because it tastes very well, you know. It's gonna make with Pedro Jimenez. Pedro Jimenez is a grape that normally is used for making sherry. In this occasion, we make a dry wine with it. Not sweet at all, but it's very complex. You can see in the color a lot of oxidation in it. It's a natural oxidation that we're looking on this. This wine is fermented on tanks of cement, and it's biodynamic. A lot of skin contact during the fermentation, and a lot of stem contact as well. A lot of extraction of flavor, and it's gonna match very well with a very difficult item to pair. It's gonna be the asparagus. Asparagus is something that by natural is a nightmare for all the sommeliers. We combine in the bottom with a curry sauce. The curry sauce is gonna help us. For your next course that you're gonna have tonight, the sauce that you're gonna have is called mole. Mole is a traditional sauce from Mexico, and in this occasion, we're gonna start to prepare with some spices: cumin, cinnamon, star anise, paprika, and the heat of the stone is gonna help us to bring alive the aroma and flavor of the spices. Our next step is going to be to add the base of our mole. We have over here roasted eggplant, cashew, almond, walnuts, and chocolate. Yes. We put together all the ingredients, toast the ingredients together to make this sauce. Normally we reserve it for special days. In this occasion, Chef Ricardo decided to combine 21 different ingredients for make this sauce today. The last ingredient is going to be this lime zest to give extra freshness to this sauce. And later on, we're going to combine with some foie gras. I hope you enjoy.
Great, thank you.
Mexico, just put a little bit spicy and the chocolate flavor. On top of it, roasting caramel. You can measure it similar as a pea in South American region. Should just roast it and put a little bit texture for the dish. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Not bad.
Mole. Honestly, I don't really like foie gras, but this is good.
To your fish. It's gonna be a monkfish, it's line cod, comes from Brittany, and you're gonna have it wrapped with the anticucho spices, classic combination of spices that is usually used for beef heart skewers in Peru. Not like a street food dish, something very hearty. You're gonna have on your left hand side, my left hand side, your right hand side, sorry. This is gonna be a mix of carrots from Aigroy from the very south of Paris, a little scallion, and a sauce that bonds everything together. It's gonna be a Bernaise. Instead of tarragon to infuse into this Bernaise, we're gonna use mate tea, a green tea from the very south of Latin America.
Wow.
Thank you. Moving on, as a first bite, if you don't mind, we invite you to enjoy it with your hands, actually, an infladita. This is going to be a puffed corn taco, in which you're going to find the more often considered less noble parts of the fish, but for us, our favorite. You're going to have the cheeks, the bellies of the fish that we're going to fold into a brandade, so very classic French, and on top, you're going to put a little bit of the same sauce, this Bernaise of mate tea. Please enjoy.
Sounds great. Thank you.
A1 cooked in ovens, and we're gonna two different part of the regions, the breast part and the leg part. Leg part is marinated with some spices, South American spices, so it's a full of flavor. Serving you with the two different kind of sauce. The green one is chimichurri, red one is pigeon juice infused with little Chilean juice, which is not red one. Yeah. Pigeon juice, yeah. Infused with Chilean juice. It's not really spicy, more like it's a smoky. And right here we're serving you the ketchup, that's a homemade ketchup. It's more like a fruit base with a guava or pomegranate. And little vegetables right here. The white one is a yuca, which is a root vegetable, cooked one. And on top of the yuca, we have the same part of the breast pigeon, just the upper part of the breast. Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
I would suggest you can start with the breast and end up with the plate.
Okay, and you can eat the wrapping?
No, that's the banana one, so you can take it out.
Okay.
I'm going to do a dessert. It's homemade chocolate from the cacao root.
Cacao.
Yes. And in front of you, the chocolate dessert. Actually, for the base, we use the homemade 70% chocolate ganache.
So all in all, Mono was a really enjoyable experience. The service was super professional, but without feeling uncomfortable or stuffy or condescending. It is an expensive meal, but it really did seem worth it. I would say probably the favorite meal that I've had since I moved to Hong Kong back in 2020. If you get a chance to go, definitely check it out. Once they update the menu, we'll definitely be heading back. Thanks, please do like and subscribe for your seat at the table for my future adventures to find the world's best seafood.